guys have smartphones and laptops?
Yeah. I do, yeah.
Yes, I have both a smartphone and a laptop.
Smartphone.
Smartphone, yeah.
Mine's not really a smartphone. It's like one of the older smartphones that doesn't really work.
I have an iPhone and a laptop.
I have a Samsung Galaxy S3.
Yes.
What would you use it for? I use it for music mostly, and a bit of social media.
Checking Facebook, I'd say, most of the time.
Texting, Snapchat, Facebook.
Facebook, texting,
Twitter.
Everything really like that.
Texting, calling, Facebook, Snapchat.
Everything, kind of internet and calling, texting friends.
I have an iPod as well and just Netflix, that kind of thing.
For my iPod, I just use it for entertainment, just watching videos when I have time. I have a lot of apps, WhatsApp and Viber and stuff like that. It's free, and I'm too mean to pay for text, so that's why.
Would you use your laptop for work much?
A little bit for schoolwork, yeah.
School projects, maybe. Yeah, for typing up stuff I would actually.
Research.
Yeah, definitely. It plays a huge part with homework.
I use the calculator sometimes. I use Google Translate for my French
Use
homework.
Google to kind of help with school and that, like, to look stuff up.
I do all my French homework through Google Translate.
I have a stationary computer and I do a lot of work on it. I use Microsoft Word.
For work mostly for school projects and stuff.
I don't have a laptop.
Because nowadays it's changed a lot for the Leaving Cert. Like, they give us a lot of homework that's online, and you have to look it up online. If you have that app Edmodo, and they put up all the assignments on Edmodo, so you have to check it out. Although if I'm only looking up a word in the dictionary or something for French or German, I tend to use my phone rather than loading up the laptop because it just takes so much longer.
All media are extensions of some human faculty, mental or physical. Electric circuitry is an extension of the central nervous system. The extension of any one sense displaces the other senses and alters the way we think, the way we see the world and ourselves.
So my name is Tansy Kaup. I am fourth year computer science software engineering at Maynooth. Right now I'm the president of the MIND Society, so that's the Computer Science Society. And plans for when I graduate include never working with computers ever again.
So my name is Nikolai. I'm a fourth year CSSE student. This is my final year. Can't wait to finish, I guess.
In a day, how long do you spend working with computers?
Would that include gaming and recreational?
Yeah.
Probably about 16 hours.
I use it a lot for both academic and recreational purposes. So I get home, I obviously need to check my email to make sure that my lecturers they have updated something. I'm on top of it.
From actual work, I'd probably work about 8 hours a day, and then the other 8 would be recreational.
You know, I check Moodle for the modules. Recreational mostly, like when I have my dinner, I like to go on YouTube and like just watch random stuff and, you know, just entertainment, have a break.
I wouldn't multitask. I'd probably spend that 8 hours with just work open, and then I'd kind of take an hour's break, and that would be the distraction then.
When I'm really dedicated, I would make sure I balance out. For every hour I study, you know, I have a 10-minute break as well, or something like that. But only when I really want to.
I can definitely see how people would have shorter attention spans. Anecdotally, there's probably a lot of people who wouldn't be able to go anywhere without their phone on them, constantly checking Facebook or their email or Twitter or whatever. So I can see how it definitely could be seen as a distraction. I guess it depends on the person to segregate them.
I've noticed that if some people who are trying to do work, they're also distracted with other things on their laptops or computers. You can see who's actually genuinely working 100% and who's kind of just stacking up working hours but being distracted. I am guilty of that too myself sometimes, you know. Even listening to music, you have to go and type in Last.fm, make sure it's your playlist that you wanted, and you know, it still doesn't work.
I'd say that probably the majority of people would also have Facebook open while they're working in the lab.
There's probably for every one business application, there's probably 3 entertainment apps on top. So it's losing that race.
I know almost everyone would use Ubuntu, and you can have multiple workspaces, so you could have one workspace that's specifically for distractions, Facebook, Reddit, whatever, and then the rest of them could be work, which is usually how I would work it. But I would definitely see some people on Facebook almost all the time. So it again really depends on the person and how motivated they are. I'd say that there are a lot of people who couldn't go throughout their day without checking Facebook maybe every hour, every half hour. There's probably a lot of people as well who wouldn't be able to organise anything efficiently. And even like group projects for university, everything's done through Facebook at this point.
You have to really be focused on your job to not let yourself be distracted.
I'd say that there are positives and negatives, right? I mean, obviously it's more convenient to have everything in the one device. Like my phone will cover all of that, and that's great. But at the same time, it does detract from any kind of serious learning you might try to do. You might sit down and go, all right, today I'm going to do this. And then you're like, shit, I've actually spent the past 2 hours playing Flappy Bird or something, you know? So I'd say that it would depend on the person. If you're very easily distracted, it's probably better off having some kind of clear separation between like work and play. But then if you're able to focus yourself and say, today I'm going to do work, and you actually do work, then you probably get away with having them both on the one machine.
Well, there they are. Our new electronic media, or our new gadgets. You push a button and the world's yours. You know how they talk about the world getting smaller? Well, it's thanks to these that it is. Everywhere is now our own neighborhood. We know what it's like to go on safari in Kenya, or to have an audience with the Pope, to order a cognac in a Paris cafe. But not only is the world getting smaller, it's becoming more available and more familiar to our minds and to our emotions. The world is now a global village. A global village.